Arrival of darkness, Commander. Rena Novastorm stared through the viewport as Earth's blue atmosphere enveloped her stealth craft. The orbital approach had been flawless, just as her superiors in the Azori High Command expected her mission was. Clear, infiltrate, evaluate, and prepare the planet for the cleansing fleet's arrival in 14. Commence surface scan for optimal invasion points. She commanded her ship's AI. Locate high population centers and strategic military installations. Scanning. Commander, the AI responded. Warning, detected anomaly in Sector 7 geographic designation. Beijing. Rena's spine stiffened. Specified anomaly. Azuri biological signature detected mixed with human DNA. Match confirmed, Commander. Partial genetic. Correlation to your personal profile? Impossible, Rena thought. Her heart raced against her. Training the memory extraction should have been complete, along with the memory wipe of Dr. Wei, 5 years ago when she'd abandoned her newborn daughter too. Him, there could be no record, no trace. Prepare for immediate stealth insertion at those coordinates, she ordered. Days, later disguised in human clothing. Rena watched from across a university courtyard. Dr. Chen Wei sat on a bench, his familiar, gentle face focused on a small purple-skinned girl beside him, her daughter Maya, now 5 years old, practicing calligraphy with intense concentration. It's very good, Maya. Dr. Wei smiled. Your characters are improving every day. Thanks, Dad. Maya beamed her, eyes briefly flashing their natural luminescent violet before returning to human brown, a sign of her developing abilities. Rena felt a sensation she had trained for years to suppress emotion, raw and unfiltered. Her daughter existed in this fragile world, the same world she was sent to destroy. Her communication device pulsed. Commander, status report. Admiral Jarex's voice demanded. Initial reconnaissance in progress, she replied, keeping her voice steady. No complications. The fleet has accelerated. Its timeline, we arrive in 7 days, not 14. Prepare the way, Commander. The Aziri Dominion will tolerate no failure. 7 days. Rena closed her eyes momentarily. Understood, Admiral. As night fell, Rena infiltrated the university research building. Dr. Wei's laboratory was filled with studies on extraterrestrial biology and linguistics. Her eyes widened as she recognized fragments of Azuri language transcribed on his whiteboard. Had her memory wipe failed somehow? She accessed his computer, scanning through his files he'd been raising. Maya, as his adopted daughter, after finding her abandoned during the celestial anomaly. As he'd recorded a convenient false memory she'd implanted, yet his notes showed he suspected Maya wasn't fully human. Her cellular structure demonstrates remarkable regenerative properties. One entry read. Her occasional skin pigmentation shifts seem triggered by emotional states. I've told her it's a rare condition to protect her, but I wonder about her. Origins. Rena's fingers hovered over the delete key. She could erase his research, ensure Maya appeared fully human. But the sound of the laboratory door sliding open froze her in place. I know someone's there, Dr. Wei's voice called out, calm yet determined. I've seen you watching. I don't know who you are, but if you're interested in Maya, I should warn you, she's protected. Rena slipped into shadows, her tactical training taking over, but something made her hesitate. She caught his reflection in a glass cabinet, his eyes searching the darkness. Her mission demanded she eliminate any threat to her cover, yet looking at him standing protective and brave for a child wasn't even his, awakened something the Azuri conditioning had supposedly erased. Love. Memories beneath the surface. Rena retreated to her hidden base in an abandoned industrial complex on Beijing's outskirts. The walls of her makeshift command center glowed with holographic projections of invasion plans, but her focus remained on the surveillance feed showing Dr. Wei and Maya walking to school. Commander, your vital signs indicate stress. Her AI assistant noted. Shall I administer emotional suppressants? No, she snapped. Then softer, no. I need clarity for this mission. Clarity was the last thing she possessed. 3 days had passed since her discovery, and each moment spent observing her daughter chipped away at her. Azuri conditioning. Maya laughed like her, sang like her, but showed kindness and compassion that were purely human, purely Chen. Rena closed her eyes, and the memories she'd suppressed for years flooded back. Her covert mission to study human empathy patterns. Her assignment to infiltrate Dr. Wei's xenobiology research team. Their first meeting in the university gardens, his gentle smile as he offered to share his lunch. His questions about the stars. Do you ever wonder if we're truly alone? He had asked, unaware she was the answer to his question. Her orders had been simple: gather information on human emotional responses, but Chen had shown her music taught her to cook. Shared stories of his childhood. Something had awakened in her, something the Azuri had conditioned out of their warriors for generations. Then came the night of the meteor shower. They had watched stars fall together, his hand finding hers in the darkness later. She had pulled him close, whispered, "I want to show you something," and revealed her true form, the purple shimmer of her skin, the luminescence in her eyes instead. A fear. He had looked at her with wonder. "You're beautiful," he had said. The memory made her chest ache, a discomfort no Azuri warrior should feel. Her communications device chimed for days, until a rival commander, Admiral Jerix's voice crackled. "Preliminary targets identified. Still evaluating optimal impact zones," she replied mechanically. "Your hesitation is noted, Commander. Perhaps your time among humans has contaminated your purpose. Remember your conditioning." The transmission ended, leaving Rena trembling with rage and confusion. She activated her personal scanner and reviewed Maya's biological readings. The child's Azuri traits were becoming more prominent. Her ability to manipulate light molecules was developing rapidly. Soon she would be unable to maintain human appearance. "She needs guidance," Rena whispered to the empty room. Training in Azuri ways. That evening she followed Dr. Wei and Maya to a local park. The spring festival had drawn crowds, but Rena's focus remained on her daughter, who danced beneath lanterns, her skin occasionally flickering purple when excitement overtook her. "Dad, look." Maya pointed to the sky where fireworks exploded in brilliant colors. "Beautiful, isn't it?" Chen smiled, wrapping an arm around Maya's shoulders. "It reminds me of my dreams," Maya said. "The ones with the purple lady who sings to me." Chen's expression shifted, subtle concern crossing his features. "The same dream again?" Maya nodded. "She feels familiar, dad-like." "I should know her." Rena's breath caught in her throat. The genetic bond between Azuri parent and child was stronger than she had calculated. Maya sensed her through dreams, a connection no memory wipe could sever. As the festival continued, Rena moved closer, blending with the crowd. She stood mere meters from them now, close enough to hear Maya's laughter. Chen looked up suddenly, as if sensing her presence. His eyes scanned the crowd, finally settling on where she stood, their gazes locked. And something flickered across his face. Recognition? Confusion? Before she could process his reaction, Maya tugged his sleeve, pointing excitedly at performers. "Dad, can we stay longer?" Maya asked. "Of course, little star," he replied, his voice tender. With affection, the endearment struck Rena like a physical blow. It was what she had called Maya in the brief moment she had held her newborn daughter before giving her up. "My little star," she had whispered before erasing herself from their lives. 3 days remained until the Azuri fleet's arrival. 3 days to decide the fate of a world that held everything she had never allowed herself to want. Unexpected encounters. The university symposium on extraterrestrial theoretical biology provided the perfect cover. Rena adjusted her human disguise and slipped into the crowded lecture hall. 2 days remained before the Azuri fleet's arrival, and she had yet to transmit the invasion coordinates. Her superiors were growing suspicious, but she needed more time. Chenwei stood at the podium, his presentation on cellular adaptation, drawing appreciative murmurs from the scientific community. "The question isn't whether other life exists," he said, "but how that life might evolve differently, yet still follow universal biological principles." Rena watched from the back row. Her tactical training cataloged every exit, every potential threat, but her attention remained fixed on Chen. His theories came dangerously close to identifying Azuri biology, testament to his brilliance, even without access to her genetic material. After the lecture concluded, the crowd dispersed into smaller discussion groups. Rena intended to remain unnoticed, but a small purple flash near the refreshment table caught her attention. Maya had accompanied her father, her skin briefly shifting color as she reached for a cookie. Ian moved quickly, intercepting the child before others could notice. "Your arm," she whispered, kneeling beside Maya. "Focus on keeping it stable." Maya looked up with surprise. "How did you?" "I understand more than you think," Rena said softly, placing her hand over Maya's. The touch sent a jolt through her system, a genetic recognition that nearly broke her composure. Think of your skin like water flowing steadily.
Yes.
Maya's eyes widened as her skin stabilized. It worked. How did you know? Before Rena could respond, Chen appeared. Beside them, his expression a mixture of concern and curiosity. Maya, who's your new friend? Rena stood, meeting his gaze. Dr. Wei. I found your presentation fascinating. I'm Dr. Arya Nova, visiting researcher. Thank you, Dr. Nova, he replied, studying. Her face, have we met before? You seem familiar. I don't believe so. She lied smoothly, perhaps, at a previous conference, Dad. She helped me with my Maya lowered her voice. My skin think Chen's expression shifted instantly from academic interest. Too protective, father, did she now? Maya, why don't you go find Professor Zhang? He mentioned having a new book for you when Maya reluctantly moved away. Chen stepped closer, his voice dropping. Who are you really? How do you know about her condition? Specialize in rare genetic anomalies? Rena improvised. Your daughter's case interests me. My daughter isn't a case, he said firmly. And her condition isn't in any medical literature. I've published nothing about it, Dr. Wei. No, he interrupted. There's something else. I've seen you before, not at a conference in dreams, Maya's dreams. The purple woman she describes, you match her description perfectly. Rena's training faltered, her carefully constructed faka cracking. I should go, Chen. Caught her arm as she turned to leave, his touch familiar, electric weight. The meteor shower 5 years ago, I remember fragments. A woman who showed me the stars differently, a connection I've never felt before or since memory manipulation can leave. Traces, she murmured before she could stop herself. His grip tightened. So, I was right. You did something to my memories, but why? What are you? What is Maya really? A commotion near the entrance drew their attention. Security personnel entered the hall, speaking urgently into communications devices. We have reports of unauthorized access to restricted research, one announced. All attendees, please remain for identification verification. The Azuri High Command had grown impatient with her delay. They were searching for her, Dr. Wei, Rena said urgently. Your daughter is in danger. You need to trust me. Trust you. He whispered incredulously, when you've manipulated my mind. Please, she said, her voice breaking with emotion she'd spent years suppressing for Maya. Something in her expression must have convinced him. He nodded. My laboratory has a secure exit. Follow me. They retrieved Maya from Professor Zhang, then moved through service corridors, avoiding security. Rena's combat training alert for pursuit. As they reached Chen's private lab, he sealed the door. Now, talk, he demanded, positioning himself protectively near Maya. Everything. Hush. Rena looked between them, her daughter who didn't know her, and the man who couldn't remember loving her. The weight of planets and species hung in the balance, but in this moment only their safety mattered. My name is Commander Rena Novastorm, she began, her skin shifting to its natural purple hue. Maya gasped in wonder as Chen stepped back. I am Azuri, and I am Maya's biological mother. Maya's eyes widened. The lady from my dreams. Yes, little star, Rena whispered, the endearment slipping out naturally. And tomorrow, my people come to destroy your world. Truth among stars destroy Earth? Chen's voice shook as he pulled Maya closer. What kind of people would my kind? Rena replied, her luminescent eyes dimming with shame. The Azori believe humans will eventually threaten our dominance. We strike first against potential rivals. Maya stepped forward, her small hand reaching toward Rena's purple skin. You're like me, she whispered. You're like me, Rena, corrected gently, half Azori, half human. A forbidden miracle, Chen's laboratory. Equipment beeped urgently. Satellite imagery showed multiple objects entering Earth's atmosphere. They're early, Rena gasped. Advanced scouts, we need to evacuate. Chen began, but Rena shook her head. Nowhere on Earth is safe. She activated her wrist device, projecting a holographic battle plan. The invasion begins in 12 hours. My ship can take 3 passengers. That's our only chance. Why would you help us? Chen demanded. You're their commander. Rena looked at Maya, then at him. Memories flooding back of quiet nights under stars, of forbidden emotions of connection, because I made a choice once to leave for duty for my people. But seeing you both, seeing what you've become together, her voice broke. I can't make that choice. Again, Maya's skin suddenly flared brilliant purple, her eyes glowing dad. I feel strange. Her Azuri abilities are fully awakening, Rena explained, moving quickly to Maya's side. The proximity to my energy signature has accelerated her development. Chen watched in amazement as Maya's hands created swirling patterns of light. These years I thought she was ill, never imagining you loved her anyway, Rena said softly. You're protected. What you didn't understand, their eyes met across the room, and something sparked between them. Recognition, memory connection. The meteor shower, Chen whispered. I remember now, not fragments, everything the truth. Before Rena could respond, her communication device blared with Admiral Jarex's voice. Commander Novastorm, you are declared traitor to the Azuri. Your execution is ordered. Surrender the half-breed child, Maya trembled, but Rena straightened her warrior posture, returning. There's still a chance we must reach my ship hearts across. Galaxies, they raced through darkened streets as Azuri scout ships scoured Beijing scout vessels. Illuminated buildings with searching beams, civilians pointing skyward, unaware of impending destruction. There, Rena pointed to an abandoned warehouse. My ship is concealed inside as they approached. Chen suddenly pulled Rena back as energy fires scorched the ground before them. Admiral Jarex himself stood blocking their path, flanked by Azuri warriors, the great commander Novastorm, he sneered. Brought low by human weakness? These creatures corrupted, you know? Rena replied, standing tall between her family and her people. They awakened me. Maya stepped forward, her small form glowing with untrained Azuri power. Leave my parents alone. Jarex laughed. The half-breed speaks. How amusing, my daughter has a name. Chen said, moving to stand beside Rena, their shoulders touching her name. Is Maya, and you're not taking her. Something changed in that moment, something fundamental. Rena felt power surge through her connection to both Chen and Maya, a resonance beyond Azuri science. The three of them linked by biology, love, and choice. Now, Rena whispered. Maya released a burst of pure energy, knocking the warriors back as Rena engaged Jarex directly. Her combat training meeting his blow for blow. While they fought, Chen raced to the ship, preparing it for launch. You cannot stop what's coming, Jarex snarled as their weapons locked. Our fleet arrives within hours. They'll arrive to find Earth defended, Rena replied, severing his command link with a precise strike. By one of their own, she knocked him unconscious, then gathered Maya, running for the ship as they lifted off. Rena accessed Azuri command channels, broadcasting a message across their fleet. This is Commander Novastorm. Earth is under my protection. The half-human child you seek is my daughter. Her existence proves what we've denied for generations. That Azuri and humans can coexist, even love. The invasion is cancelled by my authority. Chen looked at her in amazement. Will that work? No, she admitted, setting coordinates. But this, will their small ship accelerated toward the incoming Azuri fleet? Rena's hands flew across controls, activating ancient protocols. Only commanders knew the Azuri respect strength, she explained as Maya watched wide-eyed. I'm challenging leadership. By our oldest laws, they must hear me. Hours later, as Earth's dawn broke, their ship docked with the Azuri command vessel. Rena stood before the Azuri Council, her family behind her, defended her choice with the passion that humans had taught her. The existence of Maya, living proof that both species could create something beautiful together, challenged centuries of Azuri isolation. I choose both worlds, Rena declared, as will others after us when they return to Earth. It was as ambassadors, not conquerors. The beginning of understanding between species. Chen took Rena's hand as they watched Maya demonstrating her abilities to amaze scientists. I never stopped loving you, he admitted. Even when I couldn't remember why, Rena smiled, her purple skin shimmering in Earth's sunlight across galaxies in memory and duty. I found my way back to you both. We're home now, Maya said, taking both their hands. All of us. And they were.